Good morning, everyone. As you can see, I'm out in the garden this early Saturday morning. I got out here a little bit after 6 a.m. I am about to clean out the veggie pod. Let me show you what the veggie pod is. I'm about to clean her out and start planting my lettuce, my salad bar here. But before I do that, I'm going to deal with this. I need to start intertwining some more of the grapevines into the cattle panel trellis here and just kind of look at it. I don't see anything else growing, but see if I can trim away anything here. And then eventually I'll come over and plant my other cucumber plants here and plant my spaghetti squash in the garden bed way over there. So I got a lot to do today. Then this evening, because it's going to get hot, I'm only going to do so much in the morning, and then later in the evening around 6:30 I will come out here and start trimming my tomato plants and getting a couple of weeds and things out of the garden, just taking it slow. Tomorrow I will be back out because I plan on to start kind of cleaning up the garden a little bit and cleaning out the patio a bit. I think I'm going to talk my mom into going to Lowe's this evening and getting a new umbrella for my barbecue island over there, because the other one is just totally destroyed. I've had it for a few years, probably about 6-7 years, and the umbrella is not an umbrella anymore. It's like a wooden stick with some fabric on it. Anyway, okay, so you have seen everything before, and then I'm going to show you the after. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. So let me show you the grapevine. So I took all those dangling vines and tucked them in, even some ones that were in the back, because they like to grow out and attach themselves to my neighbor's trees, poor things. And I see something up here, just a moment. Oh, I thought that was a worm on one of their apples. No, just a leaf. Okay, sorry. I'm always looking at stuff. So, of course I broke one of the vines as I was tucking them in. That happens. Just keep on tucking it. And here it is. I did see a little cluster of grapes in there. I don't know, where is it? Right there. I don't know if you can see it. We'll see what happens. I think this year, after this summer is over, I will begin to start trimming the grapevines a little differently, leaving 2 nodes on there and just cutting them back significantly. And that way vines can continue to grow from those 2 main nodes. We'll see. I'll have to look it up, because I've had the grapevines about since 2020 or 2021. I've had them a couple of years. So yeah, I think it's time to allow them to start having their main stems now. But we'll see. Anyway, back to this. Starting to get warm out here. Let me show you. Here's my veggie pod. Doesn't it look a lot differently? I even cleaned out those things down there. Got a little muddy. So these 2 right here are called Paris Island romaine lettuce. All of these are crisp mint lettuce. Over here we have butter crunch, and over here we had some kale that survived. We're going to see how they do. Because lettuce actually likes to be in the shade cloths that I had on top of the peppers and eggplant, I'm going to put them over the lettuce because I want the lettuce to survive. They've been out here in this hot sun, but I've kind of had them in the shade over in my covered patio. I am eventually going to plant some more stuff down the middle, maybe some spinach. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to put those shade covers over my lettuce. Also, I'm about to remark their signs because I use blue ink and they're starting to erase, so I want to remember what I have So I'm going to redo the signs, and I'll show you in a minute when I'm done. Okay, so I redid the labels. As you can see, Paris Island, Crisp Mint, Butter Crunch, and Kale Blue Dwarf Curled. There has been a fly buzzing around my head. This is why I be covering my ears, or else I wouldn't be able to take it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the covers on top of them. They've already been watered. As you can see, there's a little like white dusting on top. That's because I had some leftover like bone meal and blood meal and stuff, and I forgot to put it in the holes of each lettuce, so I just sprinkled it on top of the soil and watered it, so that way it can slowly release. And I see that this is not all the way in here, sorry. Touching with my hand, sorry. Okay, let me go ahead and put the shade stuff on top of the lettuce. Okay, it's already 7:30 in the morning and I'm getting hot already. I still gotta plant some cucumbers and that spaghetti squash, and then I'm going in the house. But I wanted to finish showing you what I did with the lettuce. Okay, so I put these two things on top. As you can see, I can get ventilation this way, but because the sun is coming from behind me and shooting onto the garden, I'm just going to not zip them up, but just kind of leave them like this. And it does give some shade. I know it doesn't look like it does, and it's in plastic, but it does give some shade, and the sun is not directly on the vegetables. Okay, now on this side, let me come around. I have it open. Why? Because we have our ambrosia pomegranate tree here, which you see I'm getting pomegranates. There's some spiders. There's spiders all over my yard this year, so I am getting pomegranates, but it's also giving a little breeze, a little shade, and that way they have air coming in that way. Okay, so just so you can look far away, this is my salad bar. It's still a work in progress. I'm doing this to cover it from direct sunlight, not from bugs, because the lettuce has been sitting in their seedling trays out here for about 2 weeks, so I'm pretty sure some bugs have got to them already, but they still look good, and that is my salad bar. Now on to the cucumbers. So this is what my cucumbers are looking at. These are ones that I have direct sowed, okay? And these are the 3 that I grew in seedling containers. So I'm gonna put them here and here. Shouldn't take me that long to do that. Let's get the rocking. Okay, the cucumbers are in. I did make sure to put the blood and bone meal in each of the holes, and I did sprinkle some on top of the other cucumbers. So there we go. 1, 2, 3. They're in. Now on to the single spaghetti squash. Okay, now we're on to the spaghetti squash. I've dug the hole. I'm going to put some remaining bud blown meal and whatever in the hole. This is the single spaghetti squash that I'm planting, and I'm going to get a cage and put it on top like I did these other ones right here. Let's get the rockin'. Okay, I am done in the garden for this morning, so let me show you what I have done with the squash. So I went ahead and fixed the sign on it. Spaghetti squash is planted directly in the middle, and I put a red cage on it. This is called a golden marbury scallop squash. That's what it's called. I fixed the label on that one, and this one is a white scallop squash. So this is it for the morning in the garden. It's probably just after, I'll say it's going on 8:30. I'm done. The heat is coming in, so I am done in the garden. Everything has been watered. I'm gonna go in the house, freshen up, eat me some breakfast, and I got some things that I gotta do on the inside. I got some containers I need to put together, which I'll show you, and I have to put together the little play thing for the chickens, because sometime tomorrow or sometime during the week before the holiday, I will be getting in that chicken coop, cleaning it out, refreshing the shredded wood bed, putting more shredded wood inside the coop itself, because they just push it and everything else. So I got a lot to do this weekend, but I'm not going to wear myself out about being in this heat. That's why I got my behind up early. I was out here about 6:05 this morning when there was still a little shade, and got things done that I needed to get done. Also, yesterday I went and harvested basil. Gave some to the chickens. I will never do that again because their food didn't smell too good, because they did eat it. And I put it in a baggie in the refrigerator. I'm going to clean it and put it in a dehydrator, so that way I can have me some basil to use, fresh basil. And you should be harvesting your herbs every week. Every week I'm dehydrating mint, thyme, and now basil. Okay, so that is it for my morning session in the garden. Hopefully I can come to you in the evening and show you what I do in the evening. Bye for now.